Welcome to the Brew Review, where I'll sing and dance for all of you.
Oh,
And
please don't. Yeah.
and welcome. It's Podcast Derby Brew Review, and this week we bring you another fine selection of beer.
Oh yeah.
I have a beer, Dave has a beer, and we'll talk about the beer.
We have lots of beer, but we'll see how many we actually get to.
Exactly. So this week we will start with Dave opening his beer and tell us all about his beer.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm
There
pointing at
we
the mom,
go. He's pointing at the wrong place.
right next to me. I'm going to look right here.
There we go. So, in one of the other episodes we've done, we're both kind of, dude, stop. We're doing this video for, well, we've always done video, but now we're actually messing with it. So anyway, we've done this brewery several times. I have at least. I think you've done it a couple times.
Sure.
Which is the New Belgium brewery.
Mm-hmm.
Did Fat Tire, and they had one that we talked about a couple of seasons ago called Dig that had a really, really strong grapefruit one.
Yep.
And we both kind of liked it. It was a little
Yep.
different. So they have a new one out called Citradelic. Can
Ooh.
you read that at the bottom? That is a
Tangerine
tangerine
IPA?
IPA. I have never had this.
No, really? Okay.
No, I have not.
I haven't had that one, but I've had tangerine, like brewed with tangerine rinds and things like that.
I have not.
Southern Tier makes one called Tangier.
Isn't that a city in Libya?
It very well might be.
I think it is. So anyway, so it's hold on, let me try and do this with the sound.
Ooh.
I don't know, is that any good? Oh wow, I can smell that. That is citrus and hops. Holy cow!
I think I need my.
Um,
It's not
so
gonna
your
work.
pop screen, yeah. It's very tangerine in color. I'm getting no head on this.
That's okay. It is kind of
That's actually so with the
orange.
video it can mess with it, but that's actually I guess I got a good video. That's really really close to its actual color because I can see it the screen here.
Yep.
So I got about a finger, I guess, about a head. Would have liked two. Holy
It's
cow,
nothing
that
with
is
that.
that is citrusy. So Slante.
How is it?
Oh, that is weird. That is good, but that is weird.
Does it taste citrusy? Because
Oh,
sometimes
it
they
tastes
don't.
tangerine-y. It
Yeah,
is
okay.
almost like a beer tangerine juice mix.
Okay.
It is really tangerine-y. Wow,
How would you rate it
that's
on the tangerine scale?
um,
We're going to have various scales on this show. And
yes.
the first one is going to be the citrus scale, which
Was
is
it
it
the citrus scale or
tangerine?
the tangerine? What
We
scale
should
is
go with
it
the
here?
citrus scale because
Okay.
as opposed to tangerine,
It's
because
not
not
really a
everyone's going to be.
scale. It's more like a spectrum because it goes in four
Yes.
dimensions. So this leans towards the tangerine side of the spectrum. Um,
Yes. God, that's outstanding.
it's kind of tangerine wibbly wobbly, timey wimey
Timey wimey.
stuff. Doctor Who reference
Excellent.
for the show. No,
Excellent.
this is good. I could actually dangerously I could down this right now pretty easily if I'm not careful.
And that's cool. And our plan for this show eventually is that we'll actually maybe try the same beer, but we do like mixing it up once in a while just to talk about it. And, sometimes Dave will have something and I'll have it the next time or somewhere down the road and
I
give my
think
comparisons. But
have we ever the only time I think we've ever done the same one
was planned.
was planned because it was when I was in Ireland
Right. And it was Guinness.
I had Guinness because that's all I could get and
Right.
so you went and got it.
But we'll do that. Honestly, we want all of your suggestions. Tell us what we should drink. We can go buy beer, but tell us what we should go find. We have access to varying stores that probably would have it. So I would like to, we could do that and, mix it up. We'll, try a couple beers on the show. For this week, we're recording this show and the podcast is getting ready to go live as well. So you're going to be hearing this as one of the first episodes. So
Of course we're recording.
I hope we're recording. God, you made me have to look. Oh, good, we are. Okay. So we are recording.
We're not recording this show. Then what exactly are we doing?
We're just drinking beer and staring at each other. And I'm like talking off camera. So,
Actually, okay, that's gonna come great in the video. Anyway, sorry, that was bad.
I have a, local brewery, Flying Dog,
Oh yeah.
which is very, yeah, I mean, they're known around the country, but they're local to me. And this weekend, and I hope I'm getting the weekend right, is the Kentucky Derby. And they have a brew house rarity uh, beer that is called a, if you can read the bottom.
A mint julep ale. Oh wow.
I found this today, and I actually bought 6 of it. It's an ale brewed with mint leaves, honeysuckle, and bourbon natural flavors. This could only be bad. I'm actually not expecting anything great about this, so
It's one of those
we
ones
shall
that'll
see.
get. Wait. Oh man, isolate that.
Oh,
That was a fantastic sound effect.
that is minty.
Uh, ooh, do I detect a hint of minty freshness?
Too. In the Sam Adams glass, which is not used for Sam Adams. That is clear. It's slightly green.
Wow. I don't see any of that, but it's
It's lager-like looking. I wouldn't consider this an ale because it looks like
yeah,
light beer.
it's very very
Looks like a
very
light
lager.
yellow fizzy beer. It has a little green hint to it. I don't know if that came across. So there it is. The mint julep ale.
He looks at it, not quite sure. Here goes the windup, and he is in for a penny, in for a gulp. Here we go. He's mouth washing it because it's minty, so it's a little bit of in one side and out the other.
The mint isn't overpowering. It's more of like you could taste it in the background.
So it's kind of an adjunct back.
It's not as sweet as I would expect.
Oh,
Uh,
that's good.
I mean, it says honeysuckle, and I'm not getting any bourbon. So it tastes like a Bud Light with a hint of mint in the background. So I'm not sure this thing is great. I understand what they're trying to do, but I think they missed on this one. On the minty scale, I would put this down in like the 1 or 2
Spectrum,
range.
minty spectrum.
The minty spectrum.
Yeah,
What would it be? Like a leafy herb spectrum? If we find
An
like a
herbal
cilantro
spectrum.
beer or
Yeah,
a
I have. There is. If you've ever had a beta,
this is awful.
it's rare. That is very rare that one of us just goes no.
I mean, I'm
Um,
gonna drink it, but it's 6% alcohol by volume, and it this described so much better than this tastes. Like I was really expecting to to get the capture the bourbon and the honeysuckle, really have it be kind of sweet and heavier. And like I said, it's a light beer. I'll drink it, but I don't. I'm not going to enjoy it because I don't waste beer. Look at you've already drank. Oh man, I should probably just do that and get to my next one. Thank God I had a backup plan. So when this went south, because I was planning on this going south. So go ahead, talk about your.
I'd had one, and I will not do it on this show, but I'll talk about it. Abita is the brewery, and they've done some interesting things. They have like a raspberry one, which was okay.
Mhm.
And I swear to God, they have this one, and it basically is a gumbo beer. It is a Cajun stew spiced beer.
That's awful.
I am not kidding you. And it was one of those okay, and I've talked about this many times. My bride, she gets me all these beers, and she kind of found this one. She's like, I don't think you'll like it. And I smell it, and I'm like, it smells like someone put gumbo and beer in a bottle and shook it up. It is and I drank. I couldn't. I got about 2 swallows into it. I'm like, I can't do this. It should be warm. Honestly, it should be put onto a stove in a saucepan and heated up and put over rice.
Right,
It was
right. And
it
there are
was
beers like that that the only point that they really have is for cooking. That you would pour that into a chili or a stew or a gumbo and cook with it, but never to drink.
Yeah, it's not for human consumption.
Right.
And it like I had gone into work the next day and I was complaining about this beer, and I don't really complain about beer. And one of the guys looks over the cube wall at me. One of the kids that works for me. He's like, "You actually tried that?" He's like,
Well, that's
"Yeah, I fell for it too."
and here's the thing, and
And he,
in
by the way,
our
he was
past,
from Louisiana, so I mean, it was
so he
normal
really
to him.
fell for it.
Yeah, he's like, maybe if I'm actually eating crawfish, I can do this.
And I want to preface this. I mean, we've been doing podcasts for 5 years, and we've been doing beer on podcasts for 5 years. This is a new show. It's the Brew Review, and you're going to get a lot of. You're going to hear us reference old shows. They're out there. Go find them. Podcast Trivia.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
The Family Network Podcast Trivia. We do lots of shows, so check us out there. We talk about other beer there, but
Family
we're
Network.
kind of rebooting this because we love the beer idea, and we're focusing it down. And I figure I'd give that little spiel. I'll probably do it until you all figure it out. This is terrible. So I'm almost
Dude,
done.
stop! Don't abuse
Well, I can't. I
yourself.
have nowhere to dump it. So I want to get to that next beer so I can kill this taste in my mouth.
Brian's Irish. Oh wow, that's impressive. He probably got 6 ounces of that in half a breath.
Okay, it's done. So that's terrible.
Burp it up, burp it up. You know you need to.
It doesn't burp. It's just, and it should. You get affected by gassy beer more than I do.
Yeah, I'm gassy.
Well, you're just gassy. And I'm trying to open this with my vape. So, all right, my next. I'm so disoriented right now. It was 6% alcohol
Apparently
too.
it's got some good alcohol content. I didn't bring a second beer over here. Do I need to go get one?
Are
we gonna do a
okay.
two-
I'm gonna do a song and dance because this is the Brew Review REVUE, and I'm going to do, and I mean that. If you found us, then you know what it's called. But the Brew Review, we're gonna talk about a variety of things. Review being a variety show, so we'll talk about things maybe other than beer sometimes, or it's not just us ripping up the beer. Short shows, you'll love it. And I hope you're enjoying this one. We have fun doing this. We love talking about beer. We've been doing it for years. We're old. So now that Dave is getting back into his seat and has his headphones back on,
I'm back.
those of you watching at home, you saw all that. Okay, the next beer I have, I knew I would like. I've had it before. When I used to work in restaurants, I used to have this beer. In New England, I used to have this beer on tap. It's a New England beer from the Harpoon Brewery, established in 1986, and it's just their IPA.
Good
and I
stuff.
can't go wrong with that.
I've had the Harpoon. That's yeah. Oh man, that is a sexy bottle opener.
It is, and it didn't work. Dave made this.
I did. Yep. Handmade, literally handmade.
That is really cool. So,
You can't tell with the video that there's actually 3 different segments of wood, but we don't have to go into that. Just drink the beer. Just drink the damn beer.
look at that. Okay. So.
This is a terrible episode 1.5.
All right. I had to empty that because I forgot to bring a second glass. My hand's in the way.
It's allowed.
God, this looks clear too. What the hell?
It must be the glass.
It must be the shitty glass.
The glass is awesome.
I do
It
like
really
this.
is.
At least it has head this time.
Oh yeah, we all need a little head sometimes.
All right. Now, the one thing about the Harpoon IPA is I take a sip from it and tell you more.
Okay. So we're going in. There's the not quite so mouth. Oh no, he did a little bit of the mouthwash thing there. So still taking it out, pulling it out of his mustache.
It's good.
Okay.
Harpoon's IPA is not as full-bodied as a normal IPA. It doesn't have that kind of rich hoppy flavor. You get the hoppiness, but I would almost classify it more on a lager side.
Really?
It's a little different. You get that hoppy bitterness, but it doesn't have that texture and feel of like a IPA, which tends to, I don't want to say be creamier, but just heavier, denser. It's I mean, as you can see, looks like a fizzy yellow beer. And IPAs don't usually look like that. They usually have a little more brown color.
Yeah, they're usually a little more
Amber.
caramel, ambery. Yeah, absolutely.
But theirs is still always good. Hoppy, floral, crisp Italian IPA.
Italian IPA.
Italian, did I say that?
You said Italian IPA.
Wow, maybe that's why I'm so Indian.
How many beers did you have before we started recording?
IPA. I didn't have any. Anyway, it's not as bitter as most of the IPAs either. It's 42 IBUs. So 5.9%. Unless I grab something that isn't their normal IPA and it is actually their hoppy, floral, crispy Italian IPA. It could be just what I bought, and I didn't actually buy the one I thought I was
It's not
buying.
an India Pale Ale. It's an
I don't care.
Italy Pale Ale.
It's good. It's good. if you're looking for something a little more crisp and refreshing and not as dense as a regular IPA would be, such as Dogfish or Sierras, Harpoon will do you good.
All
So the burp almost came out there. I'm gonna burp. I'm probably just tasting the mint still.
That will happen. We need
That,
to
oh,
determine
that's coming back tomorrow. I mean, that's
We need to and listeners and viewers, what's a good palate cleanser between beers? Coffee? I mean, I don't know.
we should think about that. Or we'll just have like little, sorbets.
Just coffee beans.
Yeah, we'll just store coffee beans. Or I'll use my vape.
Yeah.
But the problem with the vape, and I'll talk about that, is that it actually stops taking the flavor that's in here and starts acquiring the flavor of the beer. So I'm just like vaping beer.
You vaping people, I swear.
And I'm so metro. And I'm the least metro person you know.
Probably. All right, so I have my beer. So I've had, and we both did ones we hadn't done before, and for the second one is we're doing ones we have done. I don't know. Maybe this will be a tradition. So this one is it's a Texas beer, and in Texas you have a requirement that there's actually a contract you sign when you come into the state that you have to consume at least one of these a week. It's a Shiner, so typically known as Shiner Bock, which is the state beer of Texas next to Lone Star. But this one is one of their summer seasonal, and it is the prickly pear. Which kind of goes along with the tangerine that I done. So
You're fruity.
It's a little fruity. It has a fruity bouquet. Shiner is one of the things. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the Shiners. Some of them are okay. This one I do enjoy because it's different. It's my biggest complaint is this.
It's a twist. Yeah.
It's a twist.
And you'll notice me several times in this show forget that I have a twist and try to pop it open and then spend 45 minutes trying to get into my beer.
Yeah, well, the problem then, so an interesting thing about twist is because I've brewed my own beer, twist glass is thinner than non-twist glass. So you actually run the risk if you try and use a bottle opener that you can break the glass.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Pouring it up. This is darker than my last.
I was going to say it's pretty dark.
It's not dark by any means, but it's darker than my last.
Compared to what we're drinking tonight.
This is the color yours should have been.
My IPA should have been, yes, and yours should have been this
IPA
color.
should have been that. It really is. I've got really good lighting in here tonight or something because it's coming across.
Yeah, it's nice ambery.
I got I got a finger and a half ahead there, and I've had this before, so I know what to expect on it. But it's I don't like a lot of sweet beers, but this is more fruity than sweet. So
sure.
I know I'm going to enjoy this because I've had it before.
There you go.
So it'll be kind of that almost. It's really not a cidery thing because it's still definitely beer.
Mm-hmm.
But with apples and pears, you can get a really solid, crisp taste out of them. With like a Honeycrisp apple or certain types of pears, and you get some that are really mealy. That are typically used. I mean, this. They're used for like pies and things like that.
Yep.
But this is on that crisp side of it, and that same kind of feel comes across in the taste of how this goes. So anyway, I put it off long enough.
Drink it up, as I look the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm over here, dude. Yeah. So.
How is it?
So we're learning my pop screen. By the way, I don't know if you've noticed, is actually turning into a filter. As I flipped you off like 5 times, but it always comes up behind the filter. Anyway, yeah, but it's on yours is on your Anyway, it's it's definitely a filter. Okay, we're having too much fun, and we've obviously been drinking. Folks, this is. Are we winding up? I think we're winding.
This is it. Yes.
So we got nothing left.
I got nothing left. That's the show. That's what you're supposed to enjoy. You're supposed to enjoy hearing us drink beer if you're listening to this in the car on their way to work, and if you're watching us, you're like,
what are they doing?
am I watching? This is the most awful thing ever. Hopefully, by the time we get to episode 100, you'll be like, God damn, these guys are great.
Yeah,
and remember that julep beer he had? God, that was awful. So go, I'm not asking you to rush out and get it. If we had to put our 5-star ratings, that mint juleps not getting a star. The Harpoon's getting a 3.5.
Okay, it's all right. You're not even going to give it a star. That's uncommon.
All right, half. Because I probably would. No, I'm not even gonna cook with it. No, I'm giving it away to my sister-in-law tomorrow.
Alrighty.
All right, so email us at what the
Am I
hell are we
making
gonna
this up?
use? What the hell are
I
we
got
gonna
one.
use?
I'm ready to go.
Ready to go? Go ahead. What do you got?
Beer Spectrum at podcastderbia.com. Okay.
Podcastderby.com. Check us out on Facebook at or Twitter, Podcast Derbia.
The
You can
Twitter.
also go to the website. We're domain crazy right now, so we got websites everywhere.
You can go to
But go to
podcastderbia.com. There'll be links to
podcastderby.com.
us
You'll
there
find us,
somewhere. Yeah.
and that's it.
Are we on iTunes?
We are on iTunes because you downloaded this from iTunes.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe they found us on Facebook.
And if you
Anyway.
didn't, click the link.
Dude,
There.
no. I don't
No.
know YouTube well enough to try and do that.
Okay, then click the link on podcastderby.com, and we have a little iTunes dot there, and you can just click that, and it'll
Fail.
take you to iTunes to
Total
subscribe.
fail.
So as I continue to fail at life, I'm going to
You're
fail.
fine at life. We're just fail at this YouTube thing.
We are, as my favorite saying goes, a train wreck on the tracks of life.
You have to think about that for a second.
I almost forgot it. I'm like a car crash on the tracks of life.
Just give us. Do we have outro music?
We do. So you all
Give
have
us
a nice
outro music. And